Coming up on Mountain News this morning, state lawmakers and county leaders meet to discuss the potential sale of a major power company here in the Commonwealth. And people in one eastern Kentucky county get the chance to check on their dental health free of charge.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Hi, Jim Freeman in on Monday with you here on Mountain News this morning. We're glad you're along. We're a minute before 6 o'clock. It's time to check on some weather and some cold weather to start us out this morning, Brandon, right?
Yes, sir, Jim. Good to have you with us again this morning. We're glad to see you. We'll see you again tomorrow as well. But today, it's going to be a bit of a chilly day overall. Redbud winter continues into the new week. It went basically through the end of last week, through the weekend, and now into today. We're looking at a high knob camera over at UVA Wise over in Southwest Virginia that just literally went out on us. But, you know, it happens sometimes. Give it a second and be right back. Let's see if it, yep, told you. Give it a second. It always works out that way. 25 over there this morning. We're continuing to see temperatures in the 20s region-wide now. Irvin getting close to the teens, down to 21 up there, 23 in Clintwood, 26 now in London, so it looks like 28 in Prestonsburg, Jackson, and Harlan, along with Jacksboro, now the warmest spots in the region. So we're losing temperatures quickly out there this morning. 48 is our forecast time for today, average high 63, record high 87, 87, set back on this day in 1989. That feels like a heat wave, Jim.
It does. That's been a while ago. A U.S. Marine from Catlettsburg was among 4 Marines whose remains were returned to U.S. soil on Friday after their deaths in a helicopter crash in Norway. Corporal Jacob Moore was returned, as well as the bodies of his comrades. His decorations include the Good Conduct Medal, the National Defense Service Medal, and the Global War on Terrorism Medal. All 4 were killed when their Osprey helicopter crashed during a training exercise with NATO allies in Norway. Military officials say the crash happened in extreme conditions, but the official cause remains under investigation. On March 16, 2021, a 21-year-old man killed 8 people, 6 of Asian descent, in a mass shooting at 3 Atlanta area spas. More than a year later, a small crowd gathered in Lexington to remember those 8 lives lost. Several people spoke during the ceremony, telling stories of Asian American and Pacific Islanders in Kentucky. Many speakers also touched on the climbing xenophobia and anti-Asian racism that has always been prevalent in some communities, but has only been increased by the pandemic.
They have recorded over 10,000 instances of hate and violence against Asian Americans since March 2020. And so there alone are those instances that are you can document. Even to this day, we still have people calling it the China virus, which again just reiterates that othering of Asian Americans.
Atlanta police arrested Robert Aaron Long for the shootings. He's pleaded not guilty. His next court appearance is scheduled in April. Under a bill that recently won final legislative approval, Kentucky would make the death penalty off limits for some defendants diagnosed with severe mental illnesses. It caps an effort by death penalty opponents to put limits on the use of capital punishment. Under the bill, the death penalty ban would apply to defendants with a documented history of certain mental disorders and who had active symptoms at the time of the offense. Disorders include schizophrenia, schizoaffective, bipolar, and delusional disorders. The Senate sent the measure to Governor Andy Beshear on Friday. Attorney General Daniel Cameron says he's keeping his options open for Kentucky's elections next year. Yesterday, his comments on our sister station WKYT's Kentucky Newsmakers program added more suspense to the GOP competition to pick a challenger for Governor Andy Beshear. He did not rule out the potential for himself running against the governor. He said he's looking at, quote, everything on the table, end quote. State lawmakers and county officials met in Letcher County during the weekend discussing the potential sale of Kentucky Power Company to Liberty Utilities. The public was given an opportunity to voice their concerns as well. WYMT's Chaz Jenkins attended the meeting.
Allowing Letcher County to learn and raise concerns over the potential sale of Kentucky Power Company.
Make the residents aware of that this sale is impending, and to maybe get word to the Public Service Commission to keep our interest in check.
The final hearing will take place Monday in Frankfort before the Public Service Commission at 211 Sauer Boulevard. Public comments will be taken at 9 a.m.
You don't have to be eloquent, you don't have to prepare anything. Just tell your personal story about what your electric bill is doing to your life and your family's budget.
One of the meeting's attendants, Regina Brown, says everyone should go to that hearing.
If you're able and don't have a job and can get off work and go on Monday and be down there by 9 o'clock, it would be a good opportunity for the 20-county area of Eastern Kentucky.
Community members in Letcher County calling it a waste if one's voice is not heard.
If you don't speak, you have no right to say anything negative or positive about something. So if you're not involved, you're part of the problem. We've got a very, very large problem in Eastern Kentucky with our rates for electricity.
Hoping to see a positive outcome out of the situation in Frankfort.
A lot of folks are struggling with their power bills, especially in the wintertime, and it makes some hard choices for folks on a fixed income.
Doing their part, making their voices heard. In Letcher County, Chaz Jenkins, WYMT Mountain News.
Hatton says those who cannot make it to the hearing in Frankfort today can email the Public Service Commission at psccomment@kentucky@ky.gov. In the subject line of your email, you should put the case number 20-21-0481. You can voice your concerns until a final decision is made. Folks in Pikeville who are Anthem Medicaid members got a chance for a free checkup during the weekend. On Saturday, the CARE Mobile Dentistry Clinic was parked at the Mountain Comprehensive Care Center's Home Place Clinic in downtown Pikeville, offering free dental screenings, cleanings, and procedures. Anthem and CARE have partnered to help keep smiles healthy across the Commonwealth. And Dr. Whitney James and others are dedicated to teaching others the importance of dental health.
The cheesy thing in the dental field is that eyes are the window to the soul, right? Then the teeth or mouth is the window to like kind of the rest of the body.
Dr. James also said Anthem and CARE are helping folks who may have obstacles when it comes to seeking dental care, such as finances and availability. When you are driving on any highway or back road in the region, it's common to see trash in ditch lines and waterways, but one local organization is doing what they can to clean up their community and to involve others in their mission. WYMT's Alyssa Williams was there at the Linda Hand Center Spring Cleanup to learn more.
Community members, church groups, and representatives from various state organizations came out to clean up the Stinking Creek community of Knox County for the 4th annual Linda Hand Spring Creek Cleanup and Resource Fair on Saturday.
This project shows how community organizations and like the University of Kentucky and the state can kind of come together to partner to make a difference in the area.
This event was hosted by the Linda Hand Center, an organization that is dedicated to beautifying the Stinking Creek area and serving the people within it.
There's no better feeling to get when you have helped someone with a little project, you know. That feeling that in your heart, you know, it's just so warming. And that's what Linda Hand's all about.
Volunteers were able to learn more about the creatures that live in these waterways, water conservation, and see why disposing of trash properly is so important.
Even for my kids, they know not to throw trash down. They see where it's going to end up and how fast it accumulates and what it does, does to our community.
Those with the Linda Hand Center say this event not only has a direct impact on the area, but with the educational aspects of this project, this event also has long-term effects on the area and the people who live here.
It gives people the opportunity to appreciate, the nature around us. We're really fortunate to be here, in the mountains and have all the water resources that we do have.
Lending a hand to Mother Earth, one volunteer at a time. In Knox County, Alyssa Williams, WYMT Mountain News.
The Linda Hand Center aims to host 2 cleanups every year. The weekend event was co-sponsored by the UK Appalachian Center, the Kentucky Water Resources Research Institute, and the Kentucky Division of Water. A Lexington Christian mission is set to send 4 trucks worth of goods to Ukraine. Volunteers spent the weekend packing and sorting clothes, food, medical supplies, and more. The Christian Mission Ebenezer put boxes on pallets, shrink-wrapped them, and raided containers to ship to Ukraine Saturday. One member says the organization loaded 4 trucks with 25,000 pounds worth of supplies each.
It's just heartbreaking that, we have to do this just because of the war that happened. But knowing that the community here in Kentucky, they opened up their wallets, they opened up their houses. This community here cares for our people, means a lot to us.
The trucks will leave today for New Jersey, where the goods will be flown to Poland, eventually ending up with missionaries who will bring them where they're needed most.
6:09 here on this Monday morning, and we are continuing to track the cold temperatures but dry air, at least for the moment. Some frost out there as we see those temperatures in the 20s region-wide. Now we're getting close in some locations. 21 in Irvin, 22 in Monticello, 23 in Clintwood. Everybody else, though, basically 25 or above at this point, but still below 30 in all areas. A little extra to max warming needed on the coffee meter, a little extra just because it's a Monday morning once again, and then max warming because of those temperatures. 48 this afternoon. It might feel a touch cooler than that at times with some northwest winds gusting up to 15 miles per hour at times. Sun will give way to a few more clouds later today. It's not going to be mostly cloudy, I don't think, until tonight, but still chilly as this redbud winter ends. We'll see warmer air on the way back by midweek and maybe some storm chances later this week. Jim?
Thanks, Brandon, and we thank you for joining us for Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. Coming up, President of Ukraine is prepared to make a deal with Russia. We'll have more on that in just a few minutes.